Hey everyone, Andy Earl here from Write It Great. If you've ever wondered how to write good prose that sticks in your readers' minds, you're not alone. We've all experienced the frustration of sharing an idea we thought was groundbreaking, only to realize our audience has forgotten it the next day. It's like we're trying to build a sandcastle, but the tide of people's attention keeps washing it away. But what if I told you there's a science to creating ideas that stand the test of time? In this video, we're going to dive into the psychology of why most ideas are quickly forgotten and the secrets of crafting what I call sticky IP, intellectual property that lodges itself in people's brains and refuses to let go. So grab your notepad because we're about to explore how to write good prose that will make your ideas unforgettable. Imagine you've just read a groundbreaking article or attended a mind-blowing seminar. You're buzzing with new insights and you can't wait to share them with your friends. But when you try to explain the concepts the next day, you find yourself grasping at mental straws. The details are fuzzy, and the once clear connections now seem as tangled as your earbuds after a run. Welcome to the forgetting curve, the psychological phenomenon that explains why even the most brilliant ideas often fade from our memory faster than a Snapchat. Psychologists Cornell and Bjork found that people consistently overestimate how well they'll remember information they just learned. It's like we're the overly optimistic protagonists in a rom-com, convinced that this new relationship with an idea will last forever. Just like in the movies, reality doesn't often match our expectations. When tested on the information a week later, people's recall is not nearly as good as they expect. So why is it so hard for ideas to stick in our minds, even when they seem unforgettable in the moment? The answer lies in how our brains process new information. When we learn something, it's not just filed away neatly in our mental library. Instead, it creates a complex web of connections with existing memories and knowledge. For experts who already have a robust knowledge framework on the topic, these connections form a helpful scaffolding that helps support recall. But for novices, it's like trying to navigate a maze blindfolded. The new information gets tangled up with existing memories, making it harder to retrieve later. Robert Crowder's inhibition theory explains this difference. For a novice, learning about a new concept is like trying to find a specific book in a cluttered, disorganized library. The information is there, but it's buried under piles of unrelated memories. For an expert, it's like searching a library where all the books are neatly categorized and cross-referenced. The new knowledge has a clear place in their existing mental framework. So if we want our ideas to stick, we need to help our audience build a clear, organized mental library. That's where the concept of sticky IP comes in. Sticky IP is the art and science of packaging ideas in a way that makes them memorable, engaging, and actionable. It's like giving your idea a superpower that enables it to lodge itself in people's brains and influence their thinking long after they've encountered it. Simon Sinek's golden circle is a perfect example. This simple three-circle diagram, why, how, what, has become a cultural touchstone for thinking about leadership and communication. People who have seen Simon's TED Talk find themselves spontaneously sketching the concept to explain it to others. It's an idea that sticks. So what makes Sinek's framework so memorable? First, it's simple. The three-circle structure is easy to understand and visualize. Second, it's intuitively appealing. The concept of starting with why resonates with our desire for meaning and purpose. And third, it's widely applicable. The golden circle can be used to analyze and improve communication in almost any context, from business to personal relationships. These three qualities, simplicity, intuitive appeal, and wide applicability, are at the heart of creating sticky ideas. But there's more to the story. Crafting sticky IP isn't just about making ideas memorable, it's about optimizing what I call the insight equation. This equation shows the relationships between four key variables that determine whether an idea will create a transformative aha moment for your audience. The first variable is relevance. How much does this idea matter to my reader? Second is shift. How much does this idea change my audience's existing beliefs or behaviors? Third is complexity. How easy is it for my audience to understand this idea? And fourth is blame. How much does this idea challenge my reader's self-image or sense of self-competence? The goal is to maximize relevance and shift while minimizing complexity and blame. Sticky IP achieves this by making ideas feel important, transformative, easy to grasp, and non-threatening. Now that we understand the psychology behind why ideas are forgotten and the power of sticky IP, let's look at some key strategies for applying these insights. One of the essential elements of sticky IP is what I call a conceptual scaffold. This is a clear, logical structure that helps your audience organize and remember your ideas. Just like a physical scaffold supports a building under construction, a conceptual scaffold provides a framework for your audience to build new understanding. This might involve breaking your big idea down into clear, distinct components, or it might mean showing how your ideas fit into a larger framework or model. A great example of a conceptual framework or scaffold is Barbara Fredrickson's broaden and build theory of emotion. Fredrickson breaks her theory down into two parts. Positive emotions broaden our awareness and build our psychological resources. This simple structure makes a complex psychological theory easy to grasp and remember. Along with a clear structure, memorable naming is another key ingredient in the sticky IP recipe. Have you ever heard a term or phrase and thought, wow, that is a perfect way to describe that concept? That's the power of effective naming in communication. When we give our ideas catchy, evocative names, we make them easier to remember and share. Think of terms like emotional intelligence, growth mindset, or analysis paralysis. These phrases encapsulate complex concepts in a way that's both informative and interesting. They make abstract ideas feel tangible and relatable. In the book Made to Stick, Chip and Dan Heath discuss the importance of finding the core of your idea and expressing it in compact, pithy terms. They call this the commander's intent. Just like a military commander giving orders, your goal is to communicate the essential gist of your idea in a way that's unmistakably clear and easy to act on. Structure and naming are crucial, but to really make your ideas unforgettable, you need one more key element: compelling examples. Imagine trying to explain the concept of resilience without using any examples. It would be like trying to describe the taste of salt to someone who's never tried it. Examples are the sensory language of ideas. They make the abstract concrete and the theoretical practical. But not all examples are created equal. To really illuminate your ideas, you need examples that are relevant, specific, and emotionally resonant for your audience. The best examples don't just illustrate your point, they make your readers see your idea in a new light. Consider how Malcolm Gladwell uses the story of the Impressionists to explain the concept of thresholds in The Tipping Point. By detailing how a small group of artists who were initially rejected by the establishment eventually came to dominate the art world, Gladwell makes the concept of social tipping points come alive. The key is to choose examples that feel like discoveries for your readers. You want them to read your example and think, I never thought of it that way before. When you can evoke that kind of a response, you know your example is doing its job. Writing good prose that sticks in your readers' minds is a skill that anyone can learn. By understanding the psychology of memory and leveraging the principles of sticky IP, you can craft ideas that have lasting impact. Remember, your goal is to give your audience a clear framework for understanding your ideas, to express the core of your idea in memorable terms, and to bring your insights to life through compelling examples. In the coming videos, we'll dive deeper into each of these elements of sticky IP. We'll explore practical techniques for creating conceptual scaffolds, finding the perfect names for your ideas, and choosing examples that illuminate and inspire. But for now, start paying attention to the ideas that stick in your own mind. What makes them memorable? How do they use structure, naming, and examples effectively? The more you notice these principles in action, the better equipped you'll be to apply them in your own writing. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the art and science of powerful prose. Until next time, keep writing and keep inspiring.